la playa, un trozo de vaina, el sol, la playa, Seattle, un trozo de vaina, el sol, la playa, Seattle, de vaina, el sol, la playa, Seattle, un trozo de vaina, te vi, no te dejé, suéltame en banda y paga el hotel, con los.
All right, man, we ready to go now, baby. How you doing? So, bro, man, so we got you. You've been in Privilege Club.
What you think about my shit, man? You ain't seen me in a while. What do you think about my shit?
Man, you got it going good, man. I like it, man. Damn. How long it take you to grow that?
Oh, dude, it's been years.
It took you like 2 years?
No, it's been years, like 7.
But
My
I mean,
shit don't grow very fast. It don't grow very fast. But see, I can braid my shit, man. See, I can do it like this. You'll really like it when I do it like this.
Oh shit, dog. Man, I like it, man. I like it. Hey, let me say hello to Huss, man. Check it out. What's up, Huss, man? Thanks for chiming in. I got my buddy Mike here. Huss might help us out a little bit, dog. So, bro.
What's up, Huss?
This is Capt Mike. This is Capt Mike, the owner of the Sea Serpent Tours out of St. Augustine, Florida. Man, I used to have your damn. I wish I had your video on here. If you guys go to St. Augustine, Florida, and you're looking for a good family outing, or you plan on going there, Google Sea Serpent Tours, right?
Yeah, Sea Serpent Tours.
Sea Serpent Tours, and you can book. It's an awesome airboat tour. It's a good, it's a great outing, man. But Captain Mike has been in, he's been in Privilege Club going on about a year, and he's wanting to get his account going. Running a big Sea Serpent tour airboat operation. He's been, pretty consumed with his time, but his attention. He's also friends with Big T, so he's wanting to get busy with it. But you know what, man? You're still early, man. You're still early. You're part of a private club that only has about 4,000 members. Man, you disappeared on me. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe his phone died. Yo, you still there? Oh, here he comes again. Maybe he'll come back on. I hear you. I hear you. I didn't know that, Angela, I didn't know that you were Desero. So you got an incognito name as well. Waiting to see if my buddy will pop back on. We were going to talk. I was going to go over Peppermint. Chip. Yo, there you are.
Hey, Chip.
Yeah.
Hey, I lost you for about the last minute or two.
Well, I'm glad to have you back, man. What happened?
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. I don't know. Oh, somebody was trying to call in on my phone and it just muted everything.
Man, there ought to be a way to block that.
I'm back now.
Okay, let me go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and try to. What I'm gonna do? I've been talking with Mike about. He's been in Privilege Club, and he's wanting to know about peppermint. So I said, what a better way to go over some of this stuff. So let me see if I can bring up peppermint. Here we go. All right. Can you see that, Mike? Hey, Mike.
Yeah. Mint your pepper. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, man. So I'm going to go. So once again, Peppermint, the way I learned about it was through Danny D, the co-founder of Privilege Club. And he's been trading with these guys for quite some time now. And what they do is they trade within the Forex trading systems. And damn flies. But anyway, you see right here, if you go to pfxmini.com, well, I'll send you a link anyway. I just wanted to introduce you to it. But you still there? Because I can't see you when I'm sharing a screen like this.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm with you. I'm seeing you. Mint your next passive income stream is the what's being displayed.
Yeah, and this, right here, it's just telling you that, an innovative way to earn uh, a passive income by purchasing NFT. And what they do is they have strategies both on the decentralized, centralized exchanges. The big thing I wanted to point out that they're bringing out is this proprietary automated market maker, an AMM protocol. And so if you go right here, when I hear the word proprietary, correct me if I'm wrong, that means it's theirs, exclusive to them. It's something they developed unique to this protocol. And what it does is it offers an innovative approach to passive income by leveraging profits from our market making algorithms and strategies on both DeFi and CeFi exchanges, proprietary automated market maker, AMM protocol, and strategic Forex trading. PFX holders benefit from a portion of transaction fees generated within the market making and AMM pools where liquidity is constantly optimized for higher yields. And basically, dude, they've been at this for over 12 years, over a decade, and they've been able to maintain monthly APRs ranging from 7% a month to 25%. So, at the minimum, it's going to produce the same thing that Privilege Club is producing, but there will be plenty of days where it produces more. And we've seen that so far with the, if I go over here, let me see if I can open it up. I'm going to go to the legacy. You got two types of NFTs in here. So we're in the Binance Smart Chain, assets, state. So these are the mini NFTs, Mike, that right now it tells you they're earning 0.35% a day. And trying to figure out how I can get to the legacies. That's crazy. This kind of anyway. They have the legacy NFTs that cost. Right now they're on a discounted rate for $1,200, but their value is $1,500, and those APRs, what they're doing is, I don't know why when I share this screen, it's not letting me. Binance Smart Chain. It's not letting me pull up the legacies. That's weird. But the legacies, they're starting to produce more simply because they rolled those out first here about a month or so ago. And they've started injecting it into the liquidity from those into their trading platform. And we've been seeing higher APRs on this. So this project is fairly new. As they start injecting the concentrated liquidity obtained from the NFTs everybody's buying, then it will what it will do is, there we go, we'll see a higher APR on here, and so you were asking me, what should you do? Well, you're just diversifying. You're building a good, stable portfolio in Privilege Club, which that's what I'm doing. That's what Huss over here is doing. That's what Angelo is doing. But also, you're building another stable, low risk portfolio through Peppermint, where you'll be able to earn higher APRs on a lot of days, and some days maybe the same as you're earning in Privilege Club. It's just a good diversification tool,
So
But
how long has Peppermint been out?
it's been out, about probably maybe close to 2 months.
So what were you saying about 12 years?
12 years. Oh, Peppermint, what the team behind Peppermint FX, they have been trading. What they do with Peppermint FX is they take the liquidity or the money that people have paid for these NFTs, whether it's a legacy NFT that costs $1,500 or whether it's a mini NFT that costs $125, which they're on sale for $80. But anyway, they take that money and they trade in the Forex trading platform, which guys like us, we can go directly to the Forex trading platform. It is risky if you don't know what you're doing, but these guys, obviously they know what they're doing. Otherwise Danny wouldn't have endorsed them. As you know, I don't know if you remember back during the drip days when you came in and you accidentally sent your money out into La La Land, and this was before Stable Swap. Remember Danny? He helped you retrieve it. Danny, he's also the originator of FTR, Fuck the Rug. He's just part of a group of guys. They got tired of seeing people get wrecked, and they felt like, DeFi is too much opportunity within DeFi, that you can't create projects where people can't meet their financial goals or obtain financial freedom. And that's why he
was Drip a DeFi project?
Yeah, still is, but that's not Danny's. Now, I'm not I'll say this. I'm not a dev. I'm not a coder or anything like that. You remember when Tom or Big T bought me in, Tom, we call him Big T. When he bought me in, he had to teach me how to copy and paste, man. But I can, in one sentence, I believe I can give you a solution. Drip is still sitting there, but I can tell you in one sentence how you could revive Drip and make it a hell of a project. You want to hear my solution? You probably know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Forex Shark needs to turn it over to Danny D and team. If he did that, boy, because it's sitting there, man, with DDD and everything, man. There's no reason that damn thing shouldn't be kicking ass. But who am I? But anyway, so Danny rolls out Stable Swap. It's doing everything it's supposed to do. Man, people are already retiring off of it, or
what is an NFT?
That stands for a non-fungible token, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, somebody out there in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Just means you can buy a token that holds a value that's backed by, it can be backed by business, property, or backed by some sort of outside utility. But there's a lot of projects out there that create NFTs that aren't backed by anything, and people still crazy enough to buy them. But these NFTs, they hold a value. And the cool thing about it is, if it's a legacy or a mini, they hold their value. That value never goes down, meaning you could sell it to someone else, or they are forming a buyback option. So that's your hedge against losses with this project. Peppermint, just like Privilege Club, has a real world case utility, that utility being them using the concentrated liquidity from these NFTs to trade within that platform. So it's not like a Ponzi type of scheme, like Drip, for instance, or where you have a ROI DApp where someone has created a token on the blockchain, and they're saying, okay, we're going to mint 2 million tokens. And then they may run a pre-launch special, or they accumulate liquidity, or TVL, total, I believe that stands for total value locked. And that against the amount of tokens gets you your price. I know I'm not 100% correct on that. So if you got a lot of people FOMOing and coming in saying, oh yeah, I like this project, they start buying and buying, the supply goes down, the price goes up, then everybody starts selling, then the price goes down. It's not like that. There's no supply and demand with these projects. There's the liquidity, which is used to trade in the Forex trading platform, and then the profits they generate from the trading are what pays us. So you don't have that whole supply and demand and worried about the price going up and down. The minis now you can buy on USDT, which that's pegged with the US dollar. So that gets rid of your volatility. And so it's not like you have to.
Let me ask you this. So let me ask you this. Say if you bought one of these, an NFT, a mini, or
Legacy,
and you paid $100. I'm just gonna use $100. If you paid $100 for a mini, and then it's gonna go up in value, whatever percentage, 7 to 35 or whatever percentages you said. So the next day that $100 would be worth what? Say it went up to 7%.
Well, let me go back to my screen here. So I can. Okay. These are some minis that I just bought on USDT. I've got some other ones that I bought on Binance, but they just changed it. I've got like a whole page of those. But anyway, back to your question right here. So it's telling me right here that these NFTs per NFT, as you can see on this page, I have 7 of them. And it's telling me that each one of these are earning 0.35 cents, 35 cents a day. The current APR is 127.750%. And it's telling me that the total rewards right now for these are $3.69. So I don't have to worry about this $3.69 going down, because it's on a PFX token, which is pegged with the USDT, which is pegged with the dollar. Now, say tomorrow, it might show a higher APR, and it's going to earn what it's going to earn. Once those rewards are sitting here, they will always be that value. They won't go down. Like back when, you were asking about Drip earlier, if Drip is at $20 and you got 100 of the Drip sitting in your rewards, they're worth $2,000. But then a week later, that Drip has dropped to a penny. Now, it's only worth $1. You got $1 worth of Drip, if I did the math right. That's not the case with this project. These rewards that are showing up here every day from what they generate every day, they are pegged with the dollar. They're in the form of a PFX token, and the PFX token is equal to 1 USDT. Does that answer your question?
Well, what I was going to say is if the value of your let's call it an investment or whatever you want to term you want to make it. You invest $1,000 and say it goes up to $1,200 in a month or a year or whatever the time frame is. And if everybody that invested that $1,000 and it went up to $1,200, if they took their $1,200 out, what keeps the project going?
Okay, number one, the rewards that you receive
Because
every day.
that's what it seems like people do. People get into a project early, like
Yeah.
drip, they
Uh-huh.
make all kind of money, and then the people that come in after it's going really good and it's a no-brainer to get in, why wouldn't you get in? And then they get in and they lose their money that they got in with, but everybody else that got in up front made all kind of money, thought it was great. The people that came in after it was great and it went down to a penny a drip that lost their money, they don't think it's great.
Well, maybe you weren't paying attention to what I was explaining earlier. Those projects that you're talking about, they're
Well, that's what
based
I'm
off
trying.
a,
I'm trying to figure out
yeah,
what would keep.
okay.
I was trying to figure out what would keep that from happening here.
Well, because number one, they've been doing this for over a decade. There is no supply. There's no token supply or anything like that. They're using uh, the money that we've purchased these NFTs with, the liquidity. They're trading that on a trading platform, the Forex trading systems. And so the rewards that I showed you earlier, okay, this like say this $3.69 was now worth $1,200. Well, when these rewards are sitting here, it's out of their books. They're sitting in here. For us to either claim them and send it to our MetaMask or Rabby and send to our bank and spend it, or we can take it and purchase, additional NFTs. So they know how much liability meaning they've already, when they plan this project, obviously they've already got probably a predicted or budgeted amount saying, okay, how much liability can we take on? Liability meaning rewards that they have to pay off of liquidity that's been taken. And, they've got a budgeted amount of NFTs. I think with these minis, they're saying they're going to go up, they can do like 1 million NFTs. The legacies, I think, is like,
So when the money. So let me ask you this: when the money that someone invests into these NFTs,
right,
what gets done with that money? Where does that money get used for?
they take that money and they trade it in the Forex systems trading platform.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. When the money that people invested into drip went into there, what did it get used for?
Shit, man, you got to ask Forex Shark, man. I don't know, bro. That it probably.
Well, well, hang on, is Forex Shark and Forex trading platform the same?
No, man. I'm the way I've heard it, Forex Shark, he got that name by being able to navigate and trade within the Forex trading system himself. Forex Shark is just a guy.
Okay. So it just so happens that he used that name.
Yeah, I don't know if
But
somebody
they're
gave him
not
that name,
synonymous
or
with one another.
yeah, or I don't know if somebody gave him that name or he gave himself that name, and that's just like scuttlebutt that I heard. When I first got into drip, someone, I can't remember who, said, well, the dev, he got his name for being able to trade and do real good in the Forex trading systems or whatnot. The Forex trading system is just a trading platform, you know. That's all it is.
So the money that went into Drip, we don't really know what it was buying.
Well, it was most
We
of it
just know
was
that it
used.
went into Forex
No,
Sharp's
no, no,
account.
no. The money that went into Drip was used to help mint other Drip that they had to pay. You know, they had taxes that they charged and all of that, but that money was probably used to help pay out other people, and eventually it probably just got too top heavy, and they had rewards. They had rewards going out in every other direction, you know, and
Yeah.
that's probably got a lot to do why.
So
Go ahead.
yeah, it was unsustainable. Apparently, it
Right.
was unsustainable if it went from yeah. So what makes now let me ask you this. Is this any sort of a multi-level platform? In other words, if let's say if you were in Peppermint and you said, Mike, I want you to join Peppermint, and I joined. And then is there any upline
If you
relationship?
you can come into Peppermint without using a person's code, if I'm not mistaken, and
No,
or
but I'm saying if you used a person's code, does that
yeah,
person
yeah,
gain?
I'm gonna answer that. Yeah, if you came in and you use my code or Big T's code or whoever, and you bought a mini NFT, they would we would get 10% of the value of that NFT. So it'd be like $10 or something. Now, if you bought a legacy, which is 1,500, we would get 5% of that. But so anytime if you came into Peppermint and you say, well, I'm gonna get a legacy, okay, so I'm gonna get 5%. And then the next day you say, well, I'm gonna start building this out. I'm gonna start buying a mini NFT every day and start building this bag. Well, every time you mint another NFT, if it's a mini, I'll get 5%. If it's a legacy, 10%. If it's a legacy, I'll get 5%. If you don't do anything, if you just come in and buy one NFT and you don't do anything else, well, I don't get paid anymore because you haven't minted any more NFTs. And that's so it does have an affiliate program, but not a whole bunch of different
Oh, so
levels where you got all
you
these
wouldn't get
rewards.
residual.
What's that? Did you
So you
mute yourself?
wouldn't you as no, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
So the upline doesn't get any rewards off of the earnings. Like if you bought one of these NFTs, the upline would get a commission on the initial buy, but not a commission on the earnings that it goes up in value
No. And remember
daily
the
or weekly or
NFT,
whatever.
Mike, the NFT is not going up in value. It's always the same value. It just earns rewards every day. And you can use those rewards to help buy another NFT, or you could claim them. It's up to you. Doesn't affect anything.
I got you. Yeah, I got you. How do you how much do they have to have does it have to grow before you claim it? Like is it a
In
certain
the
day, like 30 days, 300 days?
no, the legacies, you have to have $20. The NFT has to have $20 accumulated to claim it, and the minis, they have to have $5 for you to be able to claim it. So so if you got a
So if you put
legacy,
$100, if you bought a mini for $100 or whatever it is, let's just say $100, and let's say a week later it went up in value or it earned $10. I'm
Right.
just using whole numbers. It might only be $1, but whatever. Say it earned $1 in a week. You could take that $1 out next week.
It has to be $5 if it's a mini.
Okay, so once it goes up to $5, you could take out the $5.
Yes.
And then does the original $100 continue to earn $5?
Yeah, it earns every day long as you keep the NFT. It earns every day. There's no
Gotcha.
cutoff.
Now, could you also take that $5 that it earned and compound it?
Well, like let me go back to this screen here. So these are the mini NFTs I bought on the USDT. They're all earning 35 cents a day. And I just bought these a couple of days ago. So far, the total of all of these have only earned $3.69. But once this one NFT, each one of these has to individually earn $5 before I could take it out. I mean, that's your question, right?
Well, but you could take it out, or can you add it and make now, or do you just wait till it accumulates up and then buy another NFT?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to bring up a fresh Peppermint page because hold on a second, buddy. Share screen. Let's see. Entire screen. Let me cancel that. You could take what you've earned. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. You could say you've got, 50 NFTs sitting there, and over a couple of weeks, they've earned 60 over many NFTs. So, if you've got 60, or say right now, I've got 13 mini NFTs altogether, and they're all worth $125. So they're all earning $5. All of them together are earning $5.68 a day. So after 15 days, they've all earned $5 a day individually, and the total is $85. So the price of a mini NFT by then normally is $125. So I would just have to come out of pocket with another $40 with the $85 they've earned
To buy another one.
You see where I'm coming from? You could
to
use
buy
those.
another one.
Yeah, and buy another one. But hold on, I want to try to
then you would have 14 of them.
Yeah. So hold on a second here. Let me see if this will work. So I'm gonna open the app. Okay. Woo, let's go to legacies. So if I go right here to legacies, dude, these are worth, geez. Oh, I see what's happening. It's connecting to the wrong wallet. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, okay. Shit, man, I can't do nothing right today. Okay.
Well, while you're looking for that, let me ask you this about Stable Swap or the Privilege Club.
Right. Damn.
How much does it earn a day?
Well, Privilege Club, being that it's private and you're already in the Privilege Club, we have to really be careful on what we talk about unless they're in an open status. But everybody knows that Privilege Club generally earn whatever provisions or liquidity you have locked up in there generally earns 0.35 cent a day. And now there's promos that they've ran, you know,
Yeah.
0.5 or
So
point.
so why would someone invest or join in on the Peppermint platform versus the Privilege Club platform? Well, if they're not already in Privilege Club, they can't. But if they were already in, what would be the benefit of investing money into Peppermint versus investing that same money into Privilege Club? I'm assuming that the answer is just to have some sort of diversification.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And this, and this is out of Danny D's mouth. He says they have a long-term plan for Privilege Club. Everything is flowing smoothly, but just like Huss is saying here, for diversification, just what you just said. Danny says you never know what's going to happen in business. You just never know.
Yeah.
It's good to have, a good portfolio, a diversified portfolio, so you're not reliant on one thing. I mean, but another thing is with Peppermint, there will be days where you'll earn higher APRs. I've been told by Danny and some other sources, it's just going to be an absolute beast. So, man, that's.
I wonder if Forex Shark is any part of Peppermint or part of Privilege Club.
I don't believe he is. I think I would have. It would have. No, I don't think so.
And I wonder if anybody is offended by not knowing where the money for drip went, what it was buying, or who got it all, or why it's now gone down so significantly from dollars down to pennies.
I'm sure there is, but
certainly somebody's asked those questions.
Oh yeah. There's actually YouTubers out there that still they'll do whining videos about it instead of jumping into stuff like this where they can make money. And look at me, I've already ROI'd my original investment. Yeah. I like what I said. Winning the barter.
What is PACA?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. What is PACA?
Oh, PACA.
Somebody just had a text up there that said, I just went into PACA last night.
Man, I'm glad you asked that question. That's another one you should look at as part of dude, I'm not no financial planner or nothing. I'm just saying if you're wanting to build a good portfolio of solid, probably the most low risk projects that you could find in the space, PACA's one of them. Back during the drip days, Mike, I don't know how much YouTube you watch, but I used to follow some solid YouTubers like Lee. He called himself Driptopian. Now he's Cryptopian. Scott the Investor. Another guy, Keith, he goes by the name of Unmade Sugar. And these guys, just like Danny, they were heavy in the drip, man. Heavy. They went overtime, man, trying to save drip, trying to help drip. And they just couldn't. It's hard to outlast a bad community, whingers, people out there that know how to game the system. So those guys, they focused on learning how to yield farm or put liquidity into pairs like on Pancake Swap, Uniswap, Crystal, or whatever. Now, stay with me on this. I've dabbled with yield farming on my own, and just a little bit I did all right. Not all right. I can go into Uniswap or Pancake Swap. I can find a couple of tokens, pair them up, provide liquidity. The system will set a range. If the price goes too high or too low, I won't lose my money, but it'll quit earning. So you got to go in there and reset it. And if you don't stay on top of that, you just won't earn. So keep that in mind. But Tom and I, Big T and I, we both enrolled in a yield farming class. And checking out those workshops, people they get excited if they get like 0.5% a month, 0.6% a month. Paka, their project, what they do is you go in there and create a liquidity provision, just like in Privilege Club, and they take that concentrated liquidity and they yield farm it for us. But their team is good enough and solid enough that they guarantee like 0.33% a day, and they run promos at 0.40%. The cool thing is, that's important to me, you're not going to find a more ethical, honest, hardworking group of guys than those guys, man. They're the salt of the earth. And I know there's a bunch of folks besides myself. Hey, people are retiring off of that. They've been pumping almost a year, paying exactly what they said they were supposed to pay. It's running smooth, man. Running smooth. That's what Paka is. They started off as 8-bit farm. Then they jazzed their website up a little bit, rebranded into Paka. And I'm in that project as well. I was taking rewards I was just, needing money. I was claiming a good bit out of Privilege Club and Paka and out of Peppermint, just trying to pay some bills. But I just got back into a building mode. I'm DCAing a little bit more back into Privilege Club, definitely into Peppermint. And I'm also compounded my rewards in Paka. But, man, that's an awesome project. You ought to check out some tutorials. Paka Finance.
Is Paka running? Is it running as good as what Drip was running?
Yeah, it's steady, man.
Is it running as good when everybody made a lot of fucking money in Drip?
Nah,
and then all of a sudden, Johnny Come Lately's came in, and all of those great people that you're talking about, and I know they're all good people, but then all of a sudden their shit went down from $100 a coin down to a penny a coin.
Well, once again, the difference is Drip being an ROI DApp based on a token and supply, no real world utility. Paka is a project where you're providing liquidity that's being used to trade and farm in different liquidity and yield farming projects, meaning it has a real world use case. There is no token. There is no supply. It's all on a stable coin, meaning it's pegged with the US dollar. So, I can say this, one of the owners, Scott, he put a big chunk in there. I don't know if it was like 60 or 70K, and his dad put even more. So it's not like the price will be this one day or the price will be that. Your rewards are paid every day. Once they're sitting in your USDT wallet, they're pegged with the dollar. You don't have to worry about the price going down or the project rugging or any of that stuff. You just have to watch some. You have to dude. You got to watch. The best thing to do is go find the AMAs where they launch the projects, and listen to the founders talk about it, and what they're doing and what the project is built on. I do know there's one thing that really got I liked hearing was, if I'm not mistaken, I think they do like a rotating type shift. I think they got people farming like almost around the clock, but it's doing what it's supposed to do. I like it.
That's good.
So, I mean,
cool, man. How long is the generally speaking, it sounds from what I'm seeing, it sounds like you get about a year's worth of out of these projects. They do good for about a year. Then everybody that comes in after that year loses their ass. The people that came in the first year, whatever, they make, if they came in, it's like any multi-level marketing. I don't want to say scheme, but any program. And I like multi-level marketing.
Well, I
But the
know.
people that come in early make money. The people that come in late, the people that came in early make money off of them.
Well,
Right?
somebody
I
has
mean,
to
think
lose
of
in
all the
order for
ones.
somebody
Think
to
of all the
win.
ones we've done together, huh?
Yeah, but
You know the
this
deal.
is this is an evolution. See, all those projects that you're talking about, drip, and I don't want to sit here and name a bunch of other projects. And drip, hey, drip is still there. It hasn't rugged, it hasn't exploited. It's still, I think, an awesome protocol, and it could come back. And but what's happened now is since the drip days, you got guys, like the Pocket team and Danny and his team. They were fed up with seeing people getting wrecked. So now you have these projects that are being developed with real world utility without any Ponzi-nomics, multi-level marketing for
Yeah.
the most part, like that one, like Pro Tandem, like your wife did so good with. It had cream and the tablet, the vitamin,
Yeah.
but it wasn't about that. It was about signing up new people, getting some exit
Yeah.
liquidity, so people that had been in a while could get out. That doesn't exist in these projects. If Huss yanks out 50K tomorrow, it doesn't affect anybody, doesn't affect the project. Those rewards are sitting in his USDT wallet. They're out of the protocol's books. This is just a whole different evolution of DeFi. It's like Drip Millions likes to say, this is what DeFi should be about. Projects that are based on real world utility. And these are just my opinions. I'm not an expert by any means. You could take a look at mutual funds. I bought a gentleman in. He told me, he says, man, I've been watching my mutual fund go, which is supposed to be my retirement. I've been watching it drop, not a lot, but drop every year, every month for the past year and a half, and it's sickening. These projects,
no, it's the same.
Yeah, you know where I'm coming from. These projects put you in position to get your money out of state and control your destiny even more. You being in the privilege club, I know you haven't been engaged too much, but there's some huge things coming where you'll be able to take your money and invest into some awesome real world utility. And I know you're going to and I know you hate this word. I know you despise this word, but you're going to get real bullish because you're an entrepreneur. Guys, this guy is an entrepreneur from hell. He's been sitting here asking a lot of questions, thinking, man, this guy's being tough. Let me tell you something about Capt Mike. He had a marquee job. He was the general manager of a DOD contractor, smacking down $150 a year. But, I'd go see him. He had his tie on, and he's like, oh, man, I got some guy in Djibouti. Just wrecked the truck. I got to answer for this. They're going to cancel my contract. One day he called, and he was always trying different things, teen clubs, car lot. I mean, just always trying to be an entrepreneur. And one day he says, oh, I'm checking out some airboat operations. I'm like, oh, man, here we go again. How long you been in business now? Well, you been 10 years now?
About 8. Yeah, almost. It's doing good. That's my core bread and butter. But hell, I got captains now that run it, and they don't let me come into the shop no more. So I got to find other things to do.
Dude, whether you know,
I need to get on board with you guys doing this type of stuff.
hell
But
yeah.
I don't want to come in. I don't want to come in on at the tail end of something like I did on drip. That I get butt hurt on that.
Well, um,
And I don't like seeing. It's like you, man. You had all kind of money in there, dude. You really went for it hard, and you can't. Nobody blames anybody for, but everything. You hear stuff. You want to believe that it's going good and that it's going to go good and that it's got potential and it's going to all that, but then the reality slaps you in the face, and all of a sudden you got 100 grand invested that turns into 1 grand.
well, you
But
look right here
I
with
mean, and
Hus.
we can't predict any of that shit. It's all we know it's high risk.
Well, you look at Hus.
They were all
They
Ponzi,
were
bro.
all Ponzi,
I
bro.
hear you. No, I no, I know. But when you're on a live feed like what we're doing right now, it's the thing to do. Nobody talks about, dude, come into this Ponzi scheme that's about to fucking rug on us, and we're all getting ready to lose 100 grand.
Yeah.
Nobody ever says that, even though that happens
Yeah.
sometimes,
This is
not all
well
the
the
time.
big
And
thing.
that's not questioning
Dude,
anybody's integrity. That's just saying that it's high risk.
well, this isn't a Ponzi scheme. It's probably in DeFi. It's probably the lowest risk, but you just have to check out the. You're already in the Privilege Club, so you need to probably
Yeah.
catch up on some YouTube videos and stuff. Find out what's been going on, where they're going, and do the same thing with Peppermint.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
think
I
this is
agree.
good. It's good to talk about this stuff. What you're
Yeah,
talking
and
about,
it's good
see,
to keep it real. We're all out there looking to do good, and nobody's, we just need to keep it real.
well, yeah, I know how you are, man. I like talking about this stuff, and I think that I I know you've been busy. I hadn't been pushing you too much on Privilege Club, but I don't want to see you miss a boat on this one. I don't want you to lose money, man. You know,
No,
hell,
I know
I'm.
that. I know we in it to win it, baby.
Well, let me tell you, we were in the Philippines, and just sitting out there with Danny, man, and I know he probably doesn't mind me saying this. You know, he's like, brother. People ask me, how long is this going to last, and this and that, and he points at his wife and kids. He's like, brother, I need this to last, not for me, but for them. You know, he go. I'm gonna tell you something. He
Yeah,
take as serious as you take your airboat business and the dedication and the sacrifice. I bet you he's 1,000 times more with this, and the stuff he's got coming
yeah,
with the resort or the Alakazam drink in the resort. It's it makes me feel even better. About the future diversifications that we'll be able to not only get involved in, but I think this project is going to. I don't want to sit here and say it's going to make people millionaires or billionaires, but it's going to make people financially sustainable, financially free, being
yeah,
able to have their bills paid for, without stressing. You know what I mean?
yeah. Did Huss go over to the Philippines with you?
No, no. he'll probably make it. He'll probably make it next year.
Look at you, coach.
Dude, you might go over there and want to start an airboat business, man.
You're explaining yield farming like a pro.
Nah, I wasn't, man.
That's
I
awesome.
don't understand that stuff. You know,
Well,
I
listen, guys. Hey, I gotta jump off this call. My phone's ringing off the hook with airboat tours. But listen, I appreciate you taking the time with me. I really do. And the one good thing I like talking when I like talking to you, Chip, is because you keep me from jumping off the edge, jumping off the ledge. You talk me off the ledge, and I really do appreciate that about you.
Yeah, man. Well, we got to get you to pump that bag,
You
man. You
keep me
can't let
from
big.
jumping.
You can't. You
Did you
can't let
jump?
Big T beat you. Oh, just a
No,
little at first.
Yeah, there you go. Did you jump? Oh shit, Big T, man. If I had Big T's money, hey, if I had yours and Big T's money, I'd throw my shit away, man.
Shit,
I'm
you got
dabbling at
more.
a couple $100, man. Y'all are big dogs.
Well, that's the killer part of it. If anybody can afford to drop 100K at a moment's notice, it's you, man. You got it in both pockets, easy. Before we go, Stephen Riley asked a question here. Did he drop off? There we go. Did Danny say he lowered the withdrawal from 10K to 5K? Nah, maybe I missed it. I didn't hear anything like that. I think it's still 10K. How's it going, Stephen? Nice to hear from you, buddy. One other question before we jump off. Crypto Boss, is there a contract address to Paca? I believe it's pacafinance.com or something like that. You can do let me take a look real quick and I'll tell you. Paca. Paca.finance/pools. Paca.finance/pools. If that's what you were asking. But the regular contract address, I don't know if you can go to the page and just copy the link. But anyway, guys, this was just a real quick live with Capt Mike here, just trying to bring him up to speed on what's going on in the space. I don't think he was fudding. He just likes to address all the concerns before making his conscientious decisions. And so, brother, man, I'm going to play my outro. And hey, we'll see you guys on the next one. Mike, Danny's doing a live stream Saturday night at 9:00 Eastern Standard Time, the Alakazul show. And he's probably better versed to answer a lot of these questions, or, when you're at home, and instead of sitting there trying to rub one out, just go to the Alakazul show and look at some of the past streams, I know you like to rub one out, drink a Crown and Coke and all that, but hey, sacrifice a little bit, man. Anyway, this is Blue Chip Drip out of here. Best we cut a song.
La playa, un trozo de vaina, el sol, la playa, bronceador, un trozo de vaina, el sol, la playa, bronceador, un trozo de vaina, el sol, la playa, bronceador, un trozo de vaina, te vi, no te dejé.